When you ignore your teammates,
DeWanna Bonner did this team dirty.
when you just decide you're not going to say anything to them about you leaving,
She didn't even give them a reason for why she left. She just refused to return back.
You didn't even send them a text message. Not even a text message.
She did the fan base dirty, and she got booed, rightfully so, for it.
And you bailed on everybody. You didn't even have the heart to look them in the face.
Didn't tell the teammates anything. Teammates she was just sharing a locker room with. And you bailed on everybody. You didn't even have the heart to look them in the face. When you ignore your teammates, when you just decide you're not going to say anything to them about you leaving, DeWanna Bonner did this team dirty. She did the fan base dirty, and she got booed, rightfully so, for it. She didn't even give them a reason for why she left. She just refused to return back.
that, in my opinion, that shows a major lack of character.
Sophie Cunningham's podcast pulled back the curtain on DeWanna Bonner's exit from Indiana, and it wasn't pretty.
She didn't even give them a reason for why she left. She just refused to return back.
According to Sophie, Bonner completely ignored her teammates before leaving. No goodbye, no explanation, not even a casual, "I'm out."
DeWanna Bonner did this team dirty.
Fans and players alike were left frustrated by the way it all unfolded, especially given the hype around her joining the Fever.
About it and send a text to your teammates. Send a text and be like, hey, love you guys. Or you don't even have to say love you guys. Just hey, sorry this didn't work out. Good luck. Da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? There's a way to handle that.
Wow, look, she said you could send a text.
The boos Bonner heard later were, in Sophie's eyes, fully deserved.
DeWanna Bonner played with these players.
For a veteran and a future Hall of Famer, that stunned people in the Fever locker room.
That is such a cowardly move. See, she knew she was doing some BS.
The decision blindsided the team, leaving them wondering why she signed in the first place, if her heart was never in it.
She did the fan base dirty, and she got booed, rightfully so, for it.
Sophie didn't sugarcoat it. She said, Bonner did this team dirty and did the fan base dirty.
You didn't even send them a text message? Not even a text message?
What shocked Sophie most was the complete lack of even the smallest gesture.
Now, we got to remember, I called DeWanna Bonner out because even though she did not want to be in Indiana,
Sophie made it clear that this kind of move showed a major lack of character, especially from someone who was brought in with big expectations.
She said, okay, I'm gonna get this. She never had any real intentions on staying.
The biggest shock came when it was revealed Bonner never even gave a reason for walking away.
And she did her teammates dirty. And I'm glad Sophie Cunningham let us all in on a little secret.
Her departure, kept secret until it was too late, meant the Fever had no chance to prepare for the loss.
Damn, bro, you low down. You are low down, cold-blooded.
She pointed out that Bonner couldn't be bothered to send a simple text saying, sorry, this didn't work out, or good luck.
when a player leaves, generally speaking, a professional team, they tend to say something to the fan.
Sophie's comments left no doubt she saw Bonner's actions as unprofessional and out of line.
That's really what it is. She came in with an ulterior motive. That was to get the max contract. That Stephanie White probably said they're going to give her.
Sophie explained that Bonner didn't tell anyone why she was leaving. She just refused to come back.
DeWanna Bonner didn't even let them know what was going on.
Sophie noted that Bonner didn't even give the most basic courtesy of letting her teammates know it wasn't working out.
That's wild. That's wild. You could not even text your teammates and say,
for Caitlin Clark and others who thought they were building relationships with a respected veteran, that silence cut deep.
The fan base says they're leaving. Hey, I appreciate, even if they don't mean it, I appreciate everybody supporting me, blah, blah, blah.
For teammates like Caitlin Clark, who expected Bonner to be a leader, the silence felt like a betrayal.
She didn't even make them privy to any information that, hey, team, this isn't working out for me. I'm thinking about getting out of here. It was nice knowing y'all.
For a team already fighting to find its rhythm, that kind of vanishing act was devastating.
Sophie Cunningham is obviously a player for the Fever.
Sophie's tone made it clear. This wasn't about a trade or career decision alone. It was about respect.
When I remember there was one press conference where she was next to Clark and they asked her, did she feel the pressure?
Sophie emphasized that even if a player isn't happy, there's a way to handle it, and this wasn't it.
Sayonara, sucker, see you, wouldn't want to be a. She didn't even do any of that.
This wasn't just a bad breakup with a franchise, it was a move that damaged trust and respect in the locker room.
And DeWanna Bonner is somebody who it seemed like from the outside looking in that she just quit on the team.
A message, even a brief one, could have softened the blow. Instead, Bonner's exit felt cold and calculated, leaving her former teammates blindsided.
And she was just like, oh, I don't know why there would be any pressure. We didn't win anything. I thought that was kind of odd. You have a whole now, rollout. Everybody's talking about you. You on TV.
Instead of facing the locker room, Bonner disappeared, leaving unanswered questions.
It looks absolutely, it looks from the outside looking in like...
From a fan perspective, Sophie understood why emotions ran high. She said Fever fans have no reason to be neutral.
Let me just stop there. It was a surprise that she signed here.
Teammates had built expectations around her presence, and fans had embraced her as part of the championship push.
DeWanna Bonner quitting the team. People were like, oh no, it was actually the Fever. No, it turns out it was actually DeWanna Bonner just said, nah, I quit.
Bonner's decision might have been best for herself, but it hurt the team. Like leaving a startup project without warning, her exit risked undoing the work that others had put in.
And after everything that went on with the Connecticut Sun last year,
Walking away mid-season, without warning, wasn't just a personal choice, it was a public statement. And for those invested in the Fever's success, it was a slap in the face.
Alyssa Thomas already didn't like us from last season. Now, all of a sudden, she don't mind if DeWanna Bonner goes and plays over there.
From the moment Bonner arrived in Indiana, Sophie and others knew something felt off.
Alyssa Thomas, who's her whatever significant other.
The signing itself was a surprise, especially considering her ties to Alyssa Thomas and the Phoenix Mercury.
What happened? That you went to Phoenix all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to be around your kids.
Rumors swirled that Bonner's real goal was to end up in Phoenix all along.
Not even being professional about it. Again, there's no professionalism going on here, folks.
Sophie noted that after everything with Connecticut the year before, it was strange that she would suddenly commit to the Fever unless there was another plan in place.
Place for the Phoenix Mercury, which is, we found out very quickly that's what DeWanna Bonner was trying to do, was go play.
This suspicion has led many fans and analysts to believe her Indiana stint was never meant to last, making her abrupt exit feel even more like a calculated move rather than a sudden change of heart.
I think all of that was BS, yo. I think it was lied to from the door. I think this is all a plan. I would not be surprised if Alyssa Thomas was behind this too.
Questioned the timing of Bonner's departure, pointing out that she left before Indiana even had the chance to face Phoenix.
Between the personal reasons, meanwhile, the front office knows what's going on.
That fact alone raised eyebrows in the Fever locker room. To Sophie, it looked like Bonner wanted to avoid that matchup entirely.
And it was the shining light, bright flashing light of failure.
She suggested that the decision was personal and connected to past tensions between players.
This is the reason why the Indiana Fever has got to beat the Phoenix Mercury.
One of Sophie's biggest frustrations was the lack of professionalism shown throughout the process. She explained there's a way to handle career moves, even difficult ones.
The organization knows what's going on, but the team is just as in dark as the fans were.
A short message to the team or a public thank you to fans would have shown respect. Instead, Bonner's complete silence left the Fever and their supporters in the dark.
When it's over with and we going into the playoffs, we got to be above them.
Sophie emphasized that in professional sports, relationships matter, and the way Bonner left burned bridges that may never be rebuilt.
People want to know why I'm so critical of Stephanie White? It's because there's no way in hell, and this is my opinion.
It wasn't just about leaving, it was about how she left. Sophie's anger wasn't limited to the personal slight.
Knowing she don't even like this team. Don't you guys find it kind of crazy too that she left?
She tied Bonner's actions directly to the Fever's struggles early in the season.
But I just don't see how anybody could argue it. There's no way in hell that she wasn't involved.
Losing a key player without warning risked derailing their momentum and damaging playoff hopes.
We got to be above. I swear to God, I hope that we beat them in Phoenix too.
The timing of her exit created instability just when the team needed consistency most.
Like Caitlin Clark thought you was somebody she could be around and look up to and learn from, and you just stabbed her in the back.
To Sophie, this wasn't just bad timing, it was selfish timing.
Even though I know how the schedules played out, you left before we even had a chance to play them. Like, come on, man.
By leaving when she did, Bonner put her own interests above the team's, which in Sophie's eyes justified every boost she received afterward.
Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham, just as in the dark as we were.
Perhaps the most personal sting for Caitlin Clark came from the broken trust.
No text message, no phone call, nothing. Low down dirty.
Sophie highlighted that Clark saw Bonner as someone she could learn from, a veteran presence to guide her through her rookie seasons.
I'm telling y'all right now, those are the rivals. Those are the rivals.
That trust was shattered when Bonner walked away without a word.
You know they're talking about it. Hey, did you heard from DB? No. Oh, okay, that's weird. Hey, have you heard from DB? No. Oh. That's weird. Hey,
For a young star like Clark, already under immense pressure, losing that mentor figure in such a cold fashion was a blow that went beyond the stat sheet.
Flat out, that's low down and dirty, bruh.
It deepened the feeling among Fever players that Bonner's loyalty had never truly been with them.
But she got to Indiana and she just like really wasn't happy.
Sophie made it crystal clear. The Phoenix Mercury are now at the top of Indiana's rivalry list.
It's not Chicago. It's not Dallas because it's Phoenix.
Forget Chicago or Dallas, she said. It's Phoenix. The roots of this animosity stretch back to last season with DeWanna Bonner's comments about reality is coming for Caitlin Clark, but Bonner's mid-season exit added fuel to the fire.
And pretend like it's anything else. That was nasty work.
In Sophie's view, every time Bonner steps back into Indiana, she deserves to be booed, and every trip the Fever make to Phoenix should come with a chip on their shoulder.
And like it was kind of a surprise that she was signed to Indiana anyway.
This isn't just about one player leaving, it's about what her departure symbolized for the entire team.
That's important to point out. Prior history with Sophie Cunningham and DeWanna Bonner. So there were previous established relationships coming into this season, which may, have been more credible than just meeting somebody for the first time.
The fan reaction was immediate and loud. When Bonner returned to Indiana in a Mercury uniform, she was met with the kind of boos usually reserved for arch rivals.
And so we'll take her in a heartbeat. Like she's a Hall of Famer. She's a hell of a basketball player, can score from anywhere on the court.
Sophie compared it to how any sports fan base reacts when a key player leaves under bitter circumstances. It's personal.
We gathered here into Indiana. And like it was kind of a surprise that she was signed to Indiana anyway. And
why would it be a surprise?
This wasn't polite disapproval. It was the Fever faithful making sure Bonner knew she had broken trust.
And like I want people to be happy. So that's why I'm kind of like neutral on this one, which a lot of people are surprised about.
For Sophie, the reaction wasn't just predictable. It was justified. Fans felt she walked away from the fight, and they weren't going to forget it.
She's saying something without saying something right there, I think.
So we'll take her in a heartbeat. Like she's a Hall of Famer. She's a hell of a basketball player, can score from anywhere on the court.
Beyond the boos, there was a sense of betrayal among Fever supporters. Many had bought into the idea of Bonner as a piece of the championship puzzle.
And you bailed on everybody. You didn't even have the heart to look them in the face.
There's not a world where anybody can possibly remotely believe.
and she did her teammates dirty.
Strong feelings about, and it's the departure of DeWanna Bonner. Of course, DeWanna Bonner left the Fever.
Not even a text message?
And you bailed on everybody. You didn't even have the heart to look them in the face. Didn't tell the teammates anything. Teammates she was just sharing a locker room with. She quit without showing up. Didn't even put in her 2 weeks. You couldn't even say thank you to your teammates for the work y'all put in together. Those are the rivals. It's Phoenix. Every time Bonner comes to Indiana, she deserves to get booed. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more WNBA updates.